Welcome to another edition of Gen Sports Corner. Back at you for 9/16/2021. You know, the host with the most, NFL Week 2 news. I got my man Ryan here from Ryan Sportscast. You know what it is.
You know the deal, bro.
Yes, sir, man. So let's hop right into it. Let's recap Week 1. We don't have to go into too much detail, but we definitely got to cover the Eagles and their big win, breaking out in Week 1, and then obviously the Monday night game after that. What do you think? What did you think about the Eagles going down to ATL and not only stomping them out, but he's getting clapped all day, man?
It was impressive to say the least, because I'll be honest, I did not expect them to blow them out like that. They looked a little shaky in the beginning, but I mean, they looked better than I expected, truthfully. Hurts dropping dimes. Play calling looked a little shaky in the beginning, then they got together. I still thought it was kind of impressive. It was a lot better than I expected when it came to the play calling, bro. Like, just coming out like that, and then at first I noticed they were running on us a bit. Like, I don't know if you noticed in the beginning, they were really running the ball on us, very effective. And then we calmed that down. Defense got it together, and we shut that shit down, bro. Second half, and Jalen Hurts lit it up out there, man. He looked good, and I really like what the defense did, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I was very surprised by the defense. We played a good game, man. To dominate like that, and I mean, it's kind of hard to figure out what we're gonna do this week, because it's like Atlanta is so bad, bro. Like, that secondary is like just horrible, and that defense is bad. So it's kind of like, what do you take away from this? They're supposed to dominate against
I think
the
what
Falcons.
you just said right there, what you just said, right when I cut you off, the fact that they dominated a team that is bad, that just shows that the Eagles, maybe they're better than people give them credit for right now.
Yeah, agreed. But yeah, it was a great win. So, let's go see if we can take care of business this weekend.
Yeah, and to your point, I like the way they started out the game, and this is one point that I'll give you some pushback on. I actually like the way they started out, at least on offense. The way they came out with the wide receiver screens, first two plays. Quez Watkins, I think, 2 times they went to Quez immediately, because you have an Atlanta defense that is very aggressive. They like to play man coverage and bring pressure. So what did they do? We're going to the screen pass real quick, shut that shit up, right? And just to put that in their heads, like, you're going to have to play us a little bit more honest. And that opened up things once they added the run in. That opened up things,
right?
In my opinion. And we talked about this last week, where I said Fabian Monroe was their second string cornerback, and then he had the 1 first-round pick at the starter. Then he had some guy, I don't even know his name. And guess who gave up the first touchdown? Mr. Moreau, right on cue, to Devontae Smith. So, these are things that we talk about, we see, we research, we do the work, and maybe surprising to some people, but it wasn't surprising to me. I knew the name Fabian Monroe because, first off, I'm a Raiders fan, so we drafted him eons ago. And I was surprised he was still playing, no disrespect. But 2, like, he hasn't been playing at a high level. So that's, as a coach in that Eagles locker room, you have to be thinking, this is the matchup. This is somebody that we're going to be targeting. We're going to try to come out in formations that get our best talent lined up on guys who we think are a liability. And that's what they did. They got a good rub route. Zach Ertz sold it very well. He gave the Falcons the blueprint, well, not the blueprint, but textbook. This is how you're supposed to set a pick. Whereas you saw Calvin Ridley and then another Falcon get called damn near on back-to-back plays for setting picks that was just so bad. I mean, they didn't even sell them that well.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the Eagles paid attention to detail. They got favorable matchups, and they made them pay. And they ran the ball with that line that we also talked about. That was the second key to victory that we alluded to, was the fact that the Eagles were going to be better by default. And I always stress this. I've stressed this the whole offseason. People are just like, the Eagles are not going to be, I'm like, they're going to be better by default for the fact that they're getting healthy. Brandon Brooks is back healthy. It's better than Matt Pryor. I mean, we can all agree upon that, right? Come on now.
Yeah,
you have Jason Kelce, healthy. Lane Johnson, healthy. Jordan Mailata, who is healthy and as ascended in talent, is better than a Jason Peters, who is breaking down at this point. We saw it in in the Bears game. Jason Peters got bowled over by Aaron Donald at one point, right?
Yeah.
So by default, we're better through one, a little bit of younger talent at left tackle, and then two, guys getting back healthy, full strength.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah,
just ran the ball down their throat. It was a certain point, it looked like that Falcons defense quit.
Yeah, it definitely did. We did run the ball very effectively on them.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So I liked a lot of things I saw of them. I liked Jalen Hurts and what he did. Somebody actually sent me a text, and I didn't realize this. Jalen Hurts in 5 official starts has more 300-yard games than Lamar Jackson has in over 30-plus starts.
Yeah, I actually saw that online.
Yeah.
I forget what post it was, but I did see that, and I was like, wow, that's pretty impressive for, you know. But yeah, I'm excited what I saw from him, man.
And 80% of those 300-yard games were behind a line that was hobbled.
Yeah, man.
Last year, right?
77% completion percentage from Hurts too.
That's really good, man.
That's pretty shabby, bro.
Yeah, it could be better. Could be better.
Yeah.
So, they look really good. The Falcons, Kyle Pitts was very silent. Didn't hear much out of them. They did a great job because that was a big storyline coming in. They can't cover the tight end, and they put some hits on him. They did what they needed to do. I like that.
Yeah. What's his name? Dallas Goedert got that nice touchdown. I actually like where Hurts put that ball too, bro.
Yeah. Yeah. His ball placement was really good all night. And that was a big concern coming into the season, his accuracy. And he placed the ball in great spots consistently.
Yeah. And that's good to see.
And then a third thing that we talked about, and I've been high on this player coming into this season, and I talked about the preseason he had, Javon Hargraves. I talked about how he was unblockable in the second preseason game, right?
Yeah, he broke that dude.
Number 77 was traumatized. He got beat by Hargraves, Fletcher Cox. He was just getting ran through that whole game. It was crazy. As a rookie, for that to be your first game, that's pretty bad.
Yeah, bro. Like, I remember the one particular play that when I text you, I said, yeah, he wanted no parts of him.
No,
that shit's crazy. He fucking destroyed him, bro.
Yeah, they did what they had to do. And my point was Javon Hargraves, at times, like I say, he was unblockable in that second preseason game, even the first one. He was straight up unblockable, just getting through one-on-one blocks. And obviously, like, the schemes are vanilla and people aren't showing their game plans, but one-on-one, mano-a-mano, there is no covering up who's better than the other person. And he was just destroying guys, demolishing them. And he continued that trend. We had 2 sacks. He had 2 sacks? Yeah, he had 2.
I know he had 1. I don't know if he had 2.
He either had 1 or 2. I know Hassan Ridgeway had 2.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Hargraves had 1 or 2. Yeah, I mean, listen.
Curious now. This is gonna bother me.
Yeah, but with him and Fletcher Cox dominating the A gaps, like I said, and we talked about that second, I was just like, look, I understand Steven Nelson. You might want somebody better, upgraded cornerback, and people worry about. Look, if you can control the A gaps and get pressure up the middle, it'll make your secondary look like the Legion of Boom. That's just all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then you have Brandon Graham crashing off the edge. And I like what I saw out of Ryan Kerrigan as well. It's good to see him healthy.
I didn't even. What number was he?
I think he's 91. No, not 91. What I'm talking about. Let's see. I don't know what number he is. I don't.
The 94 Sweat.
Yeah, I don't know what number he is. I'm gonna have to double check on that. I'm just so used to seeing him with 91 with Washington.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, but I like seeing him healthy. He's going to be having him on your second rotation is you're pretty deep,
lethal, bro.
Pretty deep.
Yeah, man.
So I love what I saw at the Eagles. 49ers coming up this week. Shout out to my man Chris, the casual admin. He's a big 49ers fan. Playmakers Radio, and the year of the Super Bowl when he went there and they weren't able to get it done, and he was talking so much trash. And I know he's going to have his eye on this Eagles San Fran game because he just hates Eagles fans. I don't know what maybe it's like he in the area he's just heard too much trash talk coming up over the years, but I'm going to have to definitely hit him up. 49ers, Eagles, Jimmy G starting at quarterback, and then you have the guy from North Dakota State, Trey Lance, mixing in here and there. And I think Trey Lance had a touchdown last week. Yeah, he had a touchdown last week. He looked good. And that 49ers defense is pretty stingy. But like you said, there are some injuries to the secondary. You want to talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I know Verrett. I think that's his name. He's one of the ones that's out. Is Richard Sherman in the lineup?
I don't know.
I don't think he is. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure, but I know that the Verrett dude, their best corner, that was supposed to be their best corner. I think he's either out for the year or out for an extended period of time.
That's huge. I remember him with the Chargers. He's very good.
Yeah, he's a very good corner. But
so that's big. That's big.
Yeah, and I don't think Richard's, even if he is in there, I know Richard Sherman ain't the same. Like, I mean, he is Richard Sherman, but
I haven't paid attention to how he was, because last year he was good. He was very good.
I know Deshaun Jackson has a tendency of torturing him sometimes.
Yeah, I guess, but he was a very good cornerback last year. He was a big part of that 49ers defense.
Yeah, he was. I know he was pretty good last year. Yeah.
Yeah, but like you said, whether he's out for the off the field issues or due to injury or whatnot, I don't know if he's playing this year. But the injuries, that's going to be big for them, especially with the Eagles line that's healthy and can block. They can pick up pressure. So if they're not getting there with their front four, if Bosa's not able to get there without bringing extra pressure, the Eagles are going to be in a good spot because they have a really stingy run defense. That's the thing with San Fran. Very stingy against the run.
Their linebackers are pretty good too.
Yeah. They're very. Yeah. I forgot the guy's name. I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Trying to look at the injury report. I'm very curious.
Yeah, while you're going through that, let's talk about the
Raiders.
Yeah.
Hell of a game.
Hell of a game, man. I did not expect us to win. I thought it would be a close game. I thought we would lose by maybe a field goal, maybe 4 points, because I didn't see how this defense was going to be able to stop Lamar Jackson, even with the whole backfield being out and injured. I just didn't know where our pass rush was going to come from. However, that trade for Ngakoue over the offseason from the Jaguars, paid dividends just like that. Max Crosby on fire. Nassib on fire.
Dude, that dude was fucking ridiculous. Like, I was watching him, dude. Who is this dude? I never even heard of him, to be honest.
Max Crosby?
Tearing it up, bro.
Yeah, I mean, he was like a bright spot last year for us, but he wasn't on the radar as one of the best defensive ends in the NFL. But he was definitely a bright spot as an upcoming player. And Monday, he showed up and showed out against that. He was on Lamar's ass, man.
Yeah, man. That defense, once again, I noticed with Lamar, he did look better. I don't know if you noticed, but his passing looked a little better.
He did. He looked like he was sitting in the pocket and making some throws under pressure, reading the defense a little bit better. But he's still
a little inaccurate.
Somewhat, but ball security is going to be the death of him if he doesn't fix that.
Yeah.
He got some shots on that boy. He got some shots on him. He had the one where he flipped forward, he knocked the ball out. that was crazy. Our defense did an excellent job just putting hands on him, really slowing him down.
I thought that was probably the best game of the weekend, truthfully.
It's going to be game of the year until something tops it. That was crazy because I had people talk about Derek Carr's not an elite quarterback. He's a middle of the road guy. To me, I didn't see that. I thought he played very well last year with a line that was not up to par and with weapons outside of Darren Waller who weren't really providing for him. Henry Ruggs didn't step up the way you needed him to last year. And then Tyrell Williams got injured in like week 3 or 4. So like that's your other starting receiver out. So you just had you're targeting Darren Waller 30 times a game. That's how off, and then giving the ball to Josh Jacobs.
It's funny you say that because I remember on my group chat, my fantasy league, this dude was like, do they have anybody else to pass to besides Darren Waller? He was going up against him. He was getting so mad.
Oh yeah. It's and then there's third and Renfro, him too.
He was I think he had like 105 yards and a touchdown?
Yeah.
He was on our level.
Yeah, he's freaky, man. He's freaky.
I think he's better. You think he's better than George Kittle, yeah?
I think slightly.
Yeah, me too.
Slightly, yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
He's just you line him up on the outside, and he's what's the best comparison? Tony Gonzalez. Yeah, he's Tony Gonzalez type of dude.
That is a really good comparison.
Yeah, just with a little more speed.
Yeah, sure.
You can't guard him one-on-one. It's impossible.
Is my thing lagging in and out?
No, you're good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that game was really crazy because you have the Raiders. We fell behind at a certain point, and then we were able to get back in it at halftime because we got the big fumble against Lamar Jackson, and we were able to come back downfield and get a field goal. So it was about 14-10 at halftime.
Right.
And then they eventually put up 13 points in the second half. So they were rolling in the third quarter, the Ravens, and we were just trying to play catch up. We had a lot of drops in that game on the offense. But in that fourth quarter, Derek Carr, the way he was just making throws, slinging it, he was just he was refused to be denied in that game. And coming down that stretch, we were down 27-24 with 30 seconds to go.
Yeah.
The Ravens had just come down the field and put up points. And 2 throws, boom, boom, easy, field goal time. He just threw lasers. It's like he just been there before. Like the way Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers does it. It's like, all right, we're coming back downfield and we're going to overtime. Don't worry.
Right.
And that's what everybody's been wanting to see out of Derek Carr. We haven't seen it since 2016, where he had the almost MVP season where he broke the leg in week 17 or 16. I mean, he was to me, he was clearly possibly the MVP, and we looked like we might have been headed to the Super Bowl the way the Raiders were playing with that line.
Oh yeah.
But I've seen that in Derek Carr over the years, and people like, well, he's not doing this, that, the third, but like they don't account for lack of receivers. They don't account for the turnover at offensive line. Oh yeah, he can throw it, but like that's just discount the fact that they're letting guys rush at him like it's a revolving door at right tackle and left tackle, right? Let's just conveniently forget about that.
Right.
Same thing with Jalen Hurts. Let's forget about the fact that Lane Johnson was on one leg to the point that he actually had to tap out at one point. Jason Peters was in and out the lineup every 2 seconds, and Jason Kelce had a game where he was playing with one arm. Let's forget about that and just act as if Jalen Hurts is just making all these poor throws because he's just a bad quarterback. Like, no, man. He's making some bad throws on his own court, yeah, but he's making a lot of plays that he could be doing better because he's constantly having to move out the pocket because he can't block.
Yeah.
You don't have time to let intermediate and long routes develop. Why do you think he's not going down the field? So, like the details, like people just have convenient amnesia. So, back to Derek Carr, it's like he's always been a good quarterback. He's had constant turnover at offensive line, constant turnover at wide receiver, and constant turnover at head coach.
Yeah.
John Gruden has been the one constant he's finally had in the past 3 years.
Yeah, man.
So, after that rant, he came back and we tied the game up, and then we win the coin toss, come down the field. He hits, I forgot his name, rookie, 89.
Oh, no.
And
Woodley or no?
I can't remember his name.
Woodson? I can't even, this is going to fuck.
By the way, we got 9 minutes left on the live stream, so just keep that in mind. Yeah, I can't remember his name, but he's a rookie. Hit him down the sideline. He goes down to the 1 yard line. We thought it was a touchdown. Everybody rushes the field. only for them to go back and review the play and see his knee was down to 1. And then
Right.
first and goal, quarterback sneak doesn't work. Second and goal, Willie freaking Snead. The commentators were like, "Oh, Derek Carr could have took some steam off of it." Okay, that's a fair point. However, Willie Snead had plenty of time, turned around, and had his eyes on the ball, hands up. Ball goes right through his hands, right through his hands on the goal line, bounces off a defender's helmet into another defender's arms.
Right.
That's the type of stuff Derek Carr did what he's supposed to do there. And then, fortunately for us, our defense was able to get yet another big play on Lamar Jackson. Carl Nassib comes in, strips the ball, and then we get it at their 35-yard line. And then not only do we not kick a field goal, but Derek Carr drops back on second down off of his back foot and just launches it to Jay Jones. And Marlon Humphreys was expecting a handoff to Josh Jacobs. He was not prepared for Derek Carr to launch the ball. He was completely fooled on the play.
Yeah, he fucking. I couldn't believe that throw, bro. When he threw that shit, I'm like, yeah. And not only did he throw, it was accurate as fuck.
I know, man. I know. It was a beautiful sight, man. It was a beautiful sight.
Right. It's like, damn, boy has an arm, man.
Yo, does he, man? I told you, yo, D Carr got one of the strongest arms in the NFL. It's just that people just don't talk about him that much, so they forget about it.
Yeah, because we're too busy talking about Patrick Mahomes.
Who? Patrick who?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick who?
I don't know. Fuck him. I know that's your division rival over there.
Yeah, whatever that guy is.
Yeah, he ain't that popular. He's just some dude who has an arm. I don't fuck him.
Listen, man, we're going to see them soon enough. We'll see them soon enough because we had the last year. We almost beat them. I think the first matchup. Yeah, so close.
Yeah, I think y'all gonna give them some fits this year, bro. That team, they're over there in Las Vegas, looking good.
Yeah, because we actually have some life in the pass rush now. It's been our issue for the past 4 years. Now you have Ngakoue, you have Nassib, you have Max Crosby. Like, you have guys that can get after people. Finally.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. So that was a huge win over a Ravens team who, despite the injuries, they're still very, very good. They're going to be in the hunt regardless. They're just a really good team. So that's, it was a great week 1. Eagles came out with a dub. Raiders somehow fought tooth and nail to try to beat themselves and still found a way to win. So that was exceptional.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So, last news and notes, tonight's game between the New York Giants and the Washington Foreskins. Foreskins are favored by 3 points.
That never gets old, man.
Hey, they don't got a name. They don't have a name, so I gave them one.
No, that's still their name, bro. I don't even care. Fuck it, that's their name.
That's their name. So I think that the Giants are going to upset them. We were just talking about this off here. I think the Giants are going to upset them.
Absolutely.
Because, you had Fitzmagic go down and Heineke, he's starting quarterback. He gave them some life last year in the playoffs. Even though they didn't win, he played very, very well.
Oh, for sure.
But I think that this Giants team, it's just going to be a little bit better. Just a little bit better.
Yeah, that's where I think the offense is going to stall out so much for the Foreskins.
Yeah.
That it's just going to tire out the defense for the Foreskins because, and then I think that's where the Giants are going to take advantage and they're going to get some offense going. So that's what I think. That's what's going to happen.
So we won't go too deep into this, but I would say the one matchup I'm looking at is Andrew Thomas, who is the number 4 fourth overall draft pick by the Giants in an NFL draft at left tackle from Georgia, going against Chase Young, and he's going to have to be able to win that battle. Otherwise, it is over.
It's going to be over. Dude, I'm telling you, Chase Young, I hate to say it, he is a force. Like, that dude is, he's just ridiculous. Like you can't deny it. Like the dude is a monster.
Yeah, yeah, man, he is. And it's gonna be rough. You're gonna have to figure out that puzzle real quick.
Yeah, man. But it's all good though. When he comes to town against the Birds, he's gonna have his handful with Jordan Mailata.
Oh, he is. Jordan Mailata, man, he destroyed a couple people that game,
Yo,
especially
that
at
dude's
cornerback.
still alive.
I don't know.
Yo, he fucking wrecked that dude.
He's got a family and kids, man, I think.
Yeah, he do. I know they cradling him right now. Like, you
Man,
all right, bro?
gotta do something for him, man. But
Oh shit.
I don't really have a rhyme or reason. Is he going to be able to stop Chase Young? Probably not consistently, but
I think it'll be enough.
yeah, they're secondary. I think Bradbury's a starting cornerback. Am I right on that?
I believe so, yeah.
I don't know if he's going to have anything. Kenny Galladay is. I don't know if they can cover Kenny Galladay and Sterling Shepard at the same time.
Yeah, he got some weapons over there in New York, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I get the slight edge. I don't think either team is a world beater right now. I just get this. I have a feeling. I get the slight edge to the Giants.
Oh yeah, definitely. I
All
agree.
right, but that's it for now. We're going with the Giants tonight. Let us know what you guys think about what's going to happen coming up with the Eagles. And that's it for me, my co-host Ryan.
Yes, sir.
We'll holler at y'all later. Peace.
Peace.